Hello, my beautiful friends. Okay, so today I have something very, very different. I had this idea in my head about like 2 weeks ago that I wanted to start reacting to other mental health films, TV shows, what have you. I was supposed to react to the woman in the house across from the street from the girl in the window. It didn't pan out because I'm still trying to figure out the copywriting issues with that and how I'm going to work that. So don't worry, it'll still come. But I decided to still give you a reaction video regardless. And if you didn't know this, my major in college was creative writing and also film. Film has always been something that I have loved. For me, it's a way of telling a story that sometimes we ourselves cannot convey or express the best. I feel like the most creative people have sometimes the most amazing outlooks and insights on how they're feeling and a story that they want to portray, either something that they've been through or someone that they know has been through. So today I will be reacting to a mental health short film. If you're new here, my name is Sabby. Hello, sit down, relax, come join us. Grab a cup of tea, grab your coffee. If you don't have caffeine, grab your kombucha. Whatever you're into. Sit down and join us today. I am doing something different. Normally, I do quick little videos on my life and things that I have learned. Today, I'm doing a reaction video on a mental health short film about depression. And this is a mental health platform I started a couple years ago to help heal my own mental health and in turn help others heal theirs so that they feel less alone. I give tips, tools, knowledge, and guidance based on my own experiences. I also have a mental health podcast called Proper Madness on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So please be sure to go check those out. I've gotten a lot of really cool, awesome feedback from my last 3 episodes on Proper Madness, so go subscribe to my platforms on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and this platform because you want to be notified when I upload. I upload videos every Wednesday and podcasts go up every Friday. I'm not a mental health professional, I'm not a therapist, so before you take any of my advice or input, I recommend reaching out to a licensed professional first. So, disclaimer with my reaction portion of this video. This is my first one, so if it's not perfect, please bear with me. Also, I'm not going to be tearing anyone down when I do this series. I'm not going to be making fun of people because I suffer with my own mental health, and if that was done to me, I don't think I'd feel great about it and it'd make me feel worse. If I disagree with someone and I give my honest opinion, that's all that this is. So just so you know, if you're looking for more of satire and making fun of people and making them feel bad, you can go find someone else. This is just more my opinion and view of things. If something's funny, it's funny, but everyone's suffering with something, so you gotta be careful with how you address things. So the short film I'm gonna be reacting to today is Hiding Depression, High Functioning Depression, and the girl who created this short film, first of all, you are beautiful. She is drop dead gorgeous. Oh my god. Second, her mind of how she portrays mental illnesses. She has all these different videos highlighting on different topics from a short film standpoint, and it's honestly, every single piece is a work of art, and I truly commend her. Her name is Kat Napiorkowska. I'm so sorry if I butchered your name. I really am. Anyways, she's on YouTube, and she has so many different types of videos, so I definitely recommend going to go check her out. First of all, holy hell. The chills that I just got. I used to be the strong one solving other people's problems until one day, eventually, I became the problem. But how true is that? You know what I mean? When we suffer with our own mental health, we're so quick to help everyone else but neglect our own emotions and feelings.
Depression is like water. hollowing out the stone, drop by drop, quietly, slowly. By the time you realize something's wrong, you're neck deep. Soon, you become so used to it, you can't even tell when it started. It's present, lingering, every day of every week of every year. And all this time you try to stay afloat.
How clever is that? Do you hear the voiceover she's done? And then all of a sudden we have the shot of the telephone. If you weren't born in the 90s or earlier, you don't know what the hell these phones look like. We didn't have cell phones our entire lives, okay? So, but very clever way to do that voiceover change, I think. To give us then this shot of her holding the phone in her hand, almost like it's from a distance, because when you do suffer with depression, you're trying to stay afloat. You're right. Like, when you're in depression, you don't know that you're in it until you've really hit bottom. And it doesn't always happen immediately when we feel those depressive feelings and emotions. It takes time for us to understand what's happening and why it's happening and what we're really feeling, because we're not self-aware of what's going on because we have our lives going on around us, especially with high-functioning depression.
Just like a swan, graceful, smooth sailing above, yet beneath the surface, you're desperately treading water, but it must forever remain a secret. So even when the pain is unbearable, you still get up every day, put on perfectly ironed clothes, put on immaculate makeup, put on that fake smile you've been practicing for ages. And once you're ready, you walk out the door to put on your best performance in the most bewildering of plays that is your life. It unfolds right in front of you, yet feels so distant at the same time. But sometimes you forget your lines and the pain trickles through the cracks. Even strangers in the street know how bad you're hurting just from the look on your face. They ask whether you're okay, but talking to people reminds you of how lonely you are.
I want to touch on that because how many times have you been in a depression and the first thing someone does is they ask you, hey, are you okay? And all of a sudden your heart drops and sinks to your stomach and you start wanting to cry even more. Exactly how she explained it, because it reminds you of how lonely you actually feel and you are with your own thoughts and yourself. And the way she's depicted this is just beautiful. And you can see and feel kind of like the distance of her from reality and the world, and even just like her soft gaze.
So you smile and nod, while on the inside, you're screaming. When you're at work, you get things done, but it's not your best. Life becomes high maintenance, but you don't want to be any more burdensome, because you already feel like a waste of space. Like people can barely tolerate the fact that you're using up oxygen. So you try to prove your worth by being the best. Best wife, best employee, best daughter.
Again, I totally get this too, because when you suffer with depression, especially high functioning depression, it's almost like you're trying to put on an act for everyone else to convince them that you're perfect and that you're okay and that you can still get things done, even though deep down inside you do feel like this hollow emptiness, and you're like, I want to say validation of self, to kind of prove to yourself that you're not depressed. So you put on this display to everyone else that you're fine, so you believe it too.
Best student, keep everyone happy. Everyone but you. You can have good days though, yeah. Tiny sparks of light and joy. Those glorious mornings when bright brushing your hair doesn't feel like an insurmountable task. But depression never really leaves you. You're forever regretful of the past and always anxious about the future. You can't truly enjoy the good days because you know that soon everything will turn black. You still remember how beautiful life is, but every time depression hits, it erases pleasant memories.
When you suffer with depression, everything in your life is sort of muted. The colors, sounds, taste, experiences, exactly how she portrayed is. You remember how beautiful and vivid life can be and how it feels, but the way you see things and experience things is almost in black and white. And how she's filmed this is spot on. It's not in black and white, but the filter that she's put on it mutes any sort of vivid color, and all the themes and underlying imagery that we have is all darker and morose. But you have hints of light and color still here and there, but it still represents that distance that we have from life itself, because we're not present, we're not in the moment, we're always thinking about the past and the future. And I know she makes a comment saying that depression never really leaves, but obviously, I disagree with that, but I think for the purpose of this and how it feels in the moment of being depressed, it's true. When you're depressed, you do feel like it's never going to go away, but it does. And we know that it does, but I think short films like this, when we watch them, they make us feel less alone. And they make us realize that we're not the only ones feeling that the way that we are feeling.
Losing it all, you finally summon the courage to say, you know what? No, I'm not okay. But people just blankly stare through you. After all, your life has not completely fallen apart yet. So why would anyone believe you're struggling?
How true that is too. How many times do you, like, if you were to tell someone, hey, I have depression, they'd look at your life and be like, why? Why do you struggle with depression? You have a great life, you have a family, you have a great job, you're financially stable, whatever. So what do you have to be depressed about? So they do just blankly kind of look at you and go, oh, okay. Which is real shitty. And it's a stigma that still exists, unfortunately. And it shouldn't. It shouldn't take your life to fall apart for people to believe that you have depression. If you have depression and you're struggling, you have depression and you're struggling, and that's valid.
And so, you just continue your solitary journey down a long, pitch black tunnel, not knowing whether you'll ever see the light again.
So her short films are like maybe 3 to 4 minutes long. But they're so powerful. She puts so much in just those 3 to 4 minutes that it really just brings you into it. But I think we can really stop and understand what it's like to have high-functioning depression and what it's like to be in this space. I think it's beautiful what she does. I think it's amazing how she portrays it. I think there are certain stigmas here and there that unfortunately still exist in the world that need to be talked about, and hopefully stuff like this, will highlight what needs to be highlighted and we can overcome it. That's all I have for you guys today. A little bit of a shorter video and different. I kind of want to change it up a little bit. If you like this series and you can think of any other mental health, type TV shows, movies, short films, YouTube videos, whatever you want my take on, let me know, comment them below. But yeah, I enjoy doing something like this because when you go to school for film and you can see the work that clearly goes into what she does and in a way that is artistically creative and can reach a whole new, sea of other people, I think that's amazing. And I think she should keep doing whatever she's doing because it's reached so many people. You should see the comments. Like, people are saying, I haven't felt like you depict exactly how I'm feeling in film, and I think it's wonderful. And I think she deserves a lot more credit and a lot more, honestly, she deserves a lot more views on all these things because they're just so well put together. I'll link all her stuff down in the description box below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it resonates. But I think we can all take away quite a bit from what we just saw. Comment below any of your thoughts and any of the underlying stigmas that you saw in that short film that maybe I missed. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. It lets me know that you enjoy what I'm doing and that you like it. But other than that, I will see you guys on Friday for a Proper Madness podcast episode. I'll be going into some of the themes that piqued my interest here and talking about some stigmas. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and remember, you have to get through the eye of the storm to see the clear day ahead. Thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you next time.